I got a really cool story for you today. You have got to hear this because you might be confused about launching your own business, and you're probably looking at other people's programs and you just want to plug into that. But I'm going to share something with you today that's super cool. It is about staying focused, being clear on what you're doing, but not putting yourself in a box or being a one-trick pony. Yeah, there's a nice balance between having everything going at once. I know we have ADD, right? Entrepreneurs do. I'm going to show you today and tell you a little story that I love about the true success, the truth about being an entrepreneur, a successful one. Welcome to Digital Explorers. Let's go. So I'm Landria. I'm the founder of digitalexplorers.net. I created a platform where I thought there was a huge gap. We're being trained how to create online businesses, but it's all about money and selling and all the things that don't work that we're sick of. How about creating something really amazing on this planet, feeling really good, changing your own life, getting healthy, and knowing that you're making a difference and you're earning doing it. That's not a concept we can wrap our heads around, right? We're told we have to work and then we do good things and earning money is bad, and that just doesn't fly anymore. So I'm going to share a story with you today about making money and how that all works, because I think there's this concept and this false sales pitch out there that we can just plug into somebody's system that makes money, and that couldn't be further from the truth. First of all, you're plugging into somebody else's business that they own. They're making money off of you paying them to learn, but then you don't actually own anything yourself. Now, if they teach you how to be that business owner that has multiple income streams, that can do affiliate marketing, does own a brand, a coach, or whatever it is you want to do, you create your own brand, yay! You definitely need mentors for that. But here's what I want you to understand, because I think there's this false idea of what online businesses do for us and won't do for us. You see, when I was in college, I remember I was privileged to have my dad's car. He gave me a car. I remember pulling up to a restaurant. I was meeting my friend for dinner, and the guy who was parking my car was my girlfriend's boyfriend. And I said, "Bob, what are you doing?" Because I knew Bob as an entrepreneur who had these trucks that would go to different banks, and they would load up all of their confidential papers and they would shred them right on the premises. And that's what they did back then, before we had the massive computer thing going on that we do now. And so there was all these documents that they had to take care of. So we had this certification, and so he'd pull up and those things were all destroyed. He was creating a multi-million-dollar company. So what is Bob doing parking my car? And so I said, I don't understand. You own that company. I'm thinking, well, wait, maybe it's not doing well. He says, well, how do you think I pay my bills? He says, I'm building that company, but I still have to pay my bills. So he would park cars at night, and during the daytime, he worked on his business. Well, yes, he was making money, but he had investments to make in the trucks and employees and all these other things to build the business. And I realized very early on, he was humble. He had no problem parking cars to build that multi-million-dollar business. And yes, he became a millionaire. And I'm sure he's gone off to do even more amazing things. That was a real wake-up call to me, that entrepreneurs just don't start businesses and then they make all this money, they quit their job. Yet online, we're told, quit your day job, come on over and learn this, and then you're like doing all this work and putting money into this business, and you think you're going to quit your job, and it's just not working that way. Well, have the park the car mentality. So I'm going to share with you what I do. Because as an investment banker for 20 years, I saw that the majority of companies that went down, that went under, were usually in phase 2 of growth. What does that mean? The ones that did well in the beginning. They're making all this money, and then when they went to the stage where they were going to get more employees, get more accounts, maybe move to a bigger facility, guess what? That money that they earned didn't sustain that growth. So they had to come to investment bankers, people like me, to get that money to go to the next phase, and they weren't the same person. The person that started the company isn't the person that took it to the next level. So then all these other things started to go wrong, and there was no backup system, right? No backup system to get them to this next phase. And I knew that that second phase of being able to sustain that growth was critical. So when I started launching my businesses, I was always prepared for those phases, because I saw what happened to beautiful companies that you're like, what happened? So I own several businesses. I've earned 7 figures as an affiliate marketer, but that wasn't my business. That was me selling somebody else's business. So I created my own intellectual properties, and I own 3 of them. One is digitalexplorers.net, and I teach people how to create businesses the proper way, and they're planet conscious. I want people to feel good about what they're doing for a living. I want them to know that if I'm earning money, I'm doing it in a way that's not hurting anybody, any plant, animal, the planet. We want to feel good about what we're doing, and that's so critical in today's era. So we create that for them. We create multiple income streams, and the second phase of that is they learn real business strategies like I'm talking about today. What's my second business? It was actually the first brand that I launched, called landrica.com. I have a whole platform called Breakthrough Fear. I realized people don't go after their dreams because they're in fear. And so they hold back, they self-sabotage. So I created a whole program, a high-ticket one, that teaches people how to break through fear, and they started doing amazing things. They went into a state of euphoria and happiness, and they stopped blaming their parents. And I said, wow, this is great. I'm liberating people from all the limitations. So Breakthrough Fear, landrica.com, is a brand. In fact, I'm in the next stage of growth over there, reinventing myself. I have a YouTube channel worth over $100,000, and I don't have millions of subscribers. I have multiple income streams from affiliate links, but I have my main offers: Digital Explorers, landrica.com, self-improvement, business training, and then what's the third one? landrica.net. It's my brand. I'm an independent coach. I contract my services out because I have time to do that. I have structured my businesses so they're automated, and I don't spend hours and hours in coaching sessions. I contract my services to create the income that's going to support the growth of those companies, my brands. So landrica.net, anybody who wants to talk to me, I can charge by the hour or do packages, and then on my time, on my schedule, to fit those in. So like my friend Bob, he had to work at night because during the day he was working with the banks. He made it happen. I am loving what I'm doing because everything I do revolves around my passions, the reason I'm here, the difference that I make. And I'm profitable. All of my companies are profitable, all of them. That's unheard of. Why? It's a strategy that works, and it is not this pie in the sky. I'm just going to plug into your system that you own, make all this money, and quit my job. And then I'm going to tell other people that they can do that. And that is baloney. We know it, but we want to believe it. So if you're not willing to park the cars, well, you don't have to park the cars. I'm a coach. I love coaching. I love working with people. I'm doing what I love. I get paid well for it. That money is my guarantee that every month I can pay my bills while I'm investing in those businesses if I choose to grow them. This is how you have to structure your business, is to know that you don't want to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning because your business is doing well, but all of a sudden you have more money going out than coming in, and you didn't envision that. So if this is your goal, if you want to create that business, I'm going to show you how to get ready for it. I showed my students, Digital Explorers students, I said, hey, here's all these online platforms. Are you guys getting jobs? Because I don't want you worried about money while you're learning this and creating your business. Let's get some income going. We have accountants, we have tech people, we have talented people. There are remote jobs out there available for them, so you don't even have to park cars, right? Like me, I just go online and I help people change their lives. I help build their businesses on my schedule. I earn money doing that. So that's what entrepreneurs do. Does that sound like it's all over the board? Not really, right? I've created systems. I put all the work in, automated. And then the coaching business is my lifetime with other people to create that extra income. And you can do the same. And don't say, oh, I don't have those talents or skills. Everybody does. There are remote positions that are absolutely off the charts looking for people who can work remote from the home, and you could be you. You have a skill or talent. If you don't, come on over and learn. I'm teaching people. You need to get on board with this if you want to live that life that everybody talks about. But you have to get those skills and get on board. Don't be afraid of AI. Don't be afraid of what's going on out there. The advantages are huge, and the people that learn that now are the ones that are going to be doing amazing from here on out for years to come. So how are you thinking right now? I'm overwhelmed. I can't do all the things. Yes, you can. You can. You get to choose this. I'll teach you how to do it. And if it's not me, find somebody who's going to teach you real skills and strategies as real business people with a track record and not a fly-by-night trend or make money. We have much more important things to do, and the money absolutely will come. And that's the truth. I'm walking proof. So I have a free webinar for you. I have the 5 critical steps to be successful online. It includes the strategies. It includes the things that people aren't doing out there, and they can't figure out why they're not profitable. It's a simple formula, but we want to believe, let's just say, the false promises. Are you ready to step out of that world? Stop selling and start just offering things to the world that are amazing, that people really want. It's a mutual exchange, and you'll get paid for that, but do it the right way. And this doesn't happen overnight, but it's worth it. I promise you. So if you're not in my email list, you can sign up, and the first thing you'll do is get the opportunity to watch that webinar. I'm going to give you all kinds of guidance on how it's working out there, and I'm enjoying it. Have fun with this. Come on over and join us. I hope to see you in that new world where you could be a digital explorer too. It's here for you. Doesn't matter what your background, your age. Come on over and check it out. Thanks for listening.